Hello everyone, Charles Watts here, the Arsenal correspondent at Goal, joining you in what is now a fairly quiet and very empty Emirates Stadium. It wasn't very quiet not too long ago as Arsenal recorded their first win of the Premier League season. It was pretty scrappy, as you can imagine, given what has gone on before today in the Premier League for Arsenal. So it was never really going to be a game where they probably turned up and played the free-flowing football they might have done, but having said that, they had 30 shots, which is the most shots they've had in a game since 2017 when they beat Manchester United. But they only won 1-0 thanks to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's goal midway through the second half. And this felt like a big win for Arsenal. It was one that they had to win. There was no doubt about it after what's gone on against Brentford, Chelsea and Manchester City. They just needed to get themselves over the line today against the Norwich side, who only sat above them in the Premier League thanks to that one solitary goal that they had scored coming into this, which was one more goal than Arsenal had scored in their opening 3 games. And Arsenal deserved it. There's no doubt about that. They were the better side. Like I said, they had 30 shots on goal. But it was scrappy, it was nervy, it was edgy. At half-time it was 0-0 and you felt that you knew what was coming in the second half if they didn't score in the first 15 minutes. It was going to get very tense in here. The crowd, fair play to them, it was a really good atmosphere in here today. Fans really backed the team, got behind them. But you thought the longer that second half went on and when it was 0-0, that it could turn and it could get pretty edgy. I think Arsenal scored just at the right time, 66 minutes it was. Really strange goal. It's kind of goal when you haven't scored for God knows how many minutes. I think it was about 336, I think it was, by the time Aubameyang scored this season. It was the kind of goal that you're just going to get when you're struggling in front of goal. Pepe at the post twice. First one, brilliant save by Krul, pushed onto the post. Second one, deflected on, and then it fell to Aubameyang, who tapped in the rebound. And you thought it was offside. He certainly looked offside, but I think because it hit Krul and deflected into his path, that when it was checked on VAR, it was given. Norwich weren't happy about it. Krul was fuming, as he always it seems to be when he plays against Arsenal. That was what decided. And they had loads of chances to kill the game off after that. Smith Rowe going through, Pepe having one. They just couldn't score. Aubameyang having one save. They couldn't score. They couldn't kill it off, and that set up for a very nervy ending. There was one really important tackle from Gabriel just as the 90 minutes were up. I think it was ball broke to Pukki inside the box, and Gabriel threw himself in front of it, deflected it wide from a corner. It was a huge tackle, really important. And that was what basically made sure that Arsenal got the points that lifted them off the bottom of the table. Hurrah! Arsenal are no longer bottom of the Premier League. I think for now they've gone up to 16th, but that will change. I think there's a couple of games still to play. I think Leeds and Burnley can go above them by the end of the weekend. But let's just be happy that Arsenal aren't bottom of the table anymore. And there was certainly some positives to take. The first time we saw Tomiyasu, he was thrown in straight from the start. I really liked the look of him. He settled in very well, considering he's only had 2 training sessions. Ben White and Gabriel looked good at centre-back. You know, Ben White's his first game since that Brentford game. He was really assured, good on the ball. Linked up well with Tomiyasu, I thought, at times. And Pepe, the way he sort of played the ball out from back, a couple of really sort of line-splitting passes, which is one of the main reasons he's brought in, so that was a positive. I thought Pepe, especially in the first half an hour, was bright. Kind of always looked like he could make something happen. As frustrating as he was at times with his first touch, he always kind of looked like he was going to make something happen, and he did ultimately with the goal. And I thought Odegaard was lively as well. So there were definitely positives to take. It was a bit of a new-look Arsenal side, and you kind of just hope now that this is a win that they can just start to build on. It's Burnley, Tottenham, Brighton before the next international break. They needed to get something on the board before those games. They have done, and now you just want to see the momentum build over the coming weeks before that next international break, and just hopefully ease some of the pressure on Mikel. And we've just been speaking to him in his press conference. He said, look, it was a must-win game, and I saw the team out the blocks straight away. We wanted to score and we wanted to please everybody. He fully admitted that in the second half they should have killed the game off a lot earlier than they did. Speaking about just kind of what he's had to face in the last few weeks as the performances and results have gone against him, there's a couple of comments that were certainly a bit kind of eyebrow raised. And he said, I must say that it's probably been the best 10 to 15 days I've ever had in football. I'm not saying they're the easiest, but probably the best, because you have to find a purpose why you do what you do and why you make the decision to become a football player and a coach. Interesting comments, I thought, there from Mikel Arteta. He also spoke about Aaron Ramsdale, who started today. He got the nod ahead of Bernd Leno, and certainly appears for now that he is going to be first choice for Arsenal going forward. He didn't stop short of confirming that completely when asked about it after the game, but he said, I want to see how they perform. We need performances and we need to win football matches, so whoever is a better performer, whoever transmits better things, more confidence, is more reliable, is going to play. And that's when he was asked about Bernd Leno and Aaron Ramsdale. He added, we have two fantastic goalkeepers. I'll never forget what Bernd has done for us and what a good keeper he is. I have to make a decision today. I thought Aaron was the right one. I think he was terrific. Not only what he did on the technical side, it's what he transmit, his energy, his chemistry with the back line, his body language. I think he was top. So nice words for Aaron Ramsdale there. He didn't really have too many saves to make, but certainly with the ball at his feet, he was good. And I think that's one of the things that kind of, there were question marks about him when Arsenal signed him, about his ability with the ball at his feet. But I thought he looked very capable with that today. Yeah, he certainly celebrated the win as much as anyone. You can see how much it meant to Aaron Ramsdale, who we all know grew up as an Arsenal fan. Okay, let's talk about player ratings, shall we? And there were some good performances, like I said there, from some of the new boys. I mean, Arsenal had 30 shots, like I said, 30 shots on goal. It's the most they've had for 4 years in a game. So they created plenty of chances. It certainly was a game they should have won far more comfortably. In terms of Ramsdale, I mean, Norwich only had one shot on target. So like I said, he did not have much to do when it comes to actually saving anything, but he was good in his ball at his feet. He was calm, and that would have certainly helped the back line. So I'll give Ramsdale a 7. Tomiyasu, I'm going to give a 7 as well. I thought he looked really, really impressive in that first half. Tired a little bit, went off after 60 minutes. He was cramping, but he's only had 2 training sessions, so that's understandable. So a solid debut from Tomiyasu. He gets a 7. I'm going to give Ben White and Gabriel 7s as well, because I thought they were very good together, and that is the partnership that we all want to see going forward at centre-back, and there were certainly some promising signs there today. Like I said earlier, I thought Ben White looked very, very assured and good when he was on the ball. So those two get 7s. Kieran Tierney, decent enough game. I'll give Tierney a 6. I think not quite as impressive, I thought, as Tomiyasu, but still a decent enough performance from Tierney when needed. He gets a 6. Niles started in central midfield for Arsenal with Xhaka suspended, El Neni injured. Thomas Partey only on the bench. He came on for the last half an hour or so. I'm going to give Maitland-Niles a 6. I thought he was okay. Ainsley, it was a big afternoon for him. I don't think he stole the show or anything like that, or I don't think he produced the type of performance that's going to make him undroppable, but he was all right, so I'll give him a 6. Sambi Lokonga I thought was excellent. Sambi, especially as he went into the game as a fitness doubt, he came in with a tight hamstring after his stay with Belgium during the international break, so he just continues the impressive form he's shown in the early weeks of the season. Really is a bright spot for Arsenal, so he gets a 7. Martin Odegaard, I'm going to give a 7 as well. Like I said, for the first half, especially first half hour, he was really, really good. Pressed exceptionally well. Did not stop running, and he had a good game. And I'm going to give Pepe my man of the match. I thought Pepe was frustrating. There was times I was throwing my hands up at his disgust at his first touch at times, but like I said, he was always a threat. He caused Sheffield United problems all the time throughout the game. Probably should have scored himself, probably should have helped himself to a couple of goals, but he played a big part in the winner. So I'm going to give Pepe an 8. He gets my man of the match. Saka, I'm going to give a 7. Aubameyang, he gets a 7. He scored the winner, obviously couldn't miss. Had a couple other chances that probably should have done better with, but I'll give Auba a 7. 3 subs that came on, Partey, Smith Rowe and Suarez. Not really going to give them ratings because they were only on for the last half an hour or so, but I did think Thomas Partey made a difference when he came on, and he actually played a part in the goal as well. So good to see Thomas Partey back on the pitch, and Arsenal certainly going to be a better side when he is in it. All right, that's it from me, everyone. Thank you for watching. Arsenal have won a game of football in the Premier League. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Have yourself a drink, and I'll speak to you soon.